Hey, living in Boulder vlog, May 2nd, 2020, Saturday. And it's in the morning at 9:34. So tomorrow's going to be my 2-week anniversary of working on the history. Ancient history timeline. I'm smack dab in the middle of just kind of mindlessly copying and pasting all of the everything from history onto my timeline. It's not mindless though. I have to find out what the dates are, and so I just do a a Control F on all the Wikipedia articles I go to, and the ones that don't come up with anything, I just move along. The ones that I do come up, that's the stuff. That's what I was doing with formations. I did all rock formations of America and then all rock formations of the world without going into individual Wikipedia articles of all the rock formations of the certain countries, only America, because it's my country. And but then as far as the animals, I have to have the dates for all of those. I don't have to have the dates for all the ones in the rock formation because I just wouldn't put that in my timeline. But I have to have every animal in my timeline. That's how I operate. I'll figure out how I'm going to make it small later, because the idea is that I can make everything single animal that ever existed fit onto my timeline in a reasonable size without it getting caught out of control. Just has to do with how much you condense it all. Like I could have all of the animals represented, and the species represented in a certain family or something, just by a number or by their names. Just list their names. But for now, I'm just grabbing everything. I know from looking at Wikipedia and zooming around and seeing what's there, I can tell that. And this is what I was explaining in my other video before, on my main channel, that omniscience is possible. I can see that from checking all the everything that happened, that it's not infinitely gigantic. It's something that you can actually. It's something that I could actually copy and paste all the animals that ever existed in a reasonable period of time, like a month. So, I'll get to 2 weeks tomorrow. I think I started on Friday or Saturday, so I'm at like 2 weeks now, but it was so close to Friday that I figured that Sunday would be the next day. So tomorrow would be 2 weeks, and so tomorrow, like right now, I'll be still in the middle of just copying animals. I'm still. I need to get back to the therapsids, the pre-dinosaur animals. I was most of the way through that list. It was really big. I can pick up where I left off on all these because my cookies, I just have to make sure not to erase my cookies. The computer remembers which videos which pages I've been to. So the ones that I've been to are purple. Ones that I haven't been to, the link is blue. So that makes it so that I can just randomly bounce all over to my heart's content, all over history, to whatever I want, which is, it's so tedious now. That's what I have to do. Yesterday I finished doing I did all of the animals that elephants come from. Did you know the elephant shrew and the elephant are related? It's not called elephant shrew because it has a freaking trunk. It's called elephant shrew because it's related to the damn elephant. You get these little mice running around with trunks like elephants, and they're related to the elephant. It's crazy how evolution works. But Yeah, so the goal is to show the tree of life for everything on my timeline somehow, and I haven't figured out how that I'm going to do that exactly. But I know that I'll figure it out because I always figure stuff like this out. For example, one thing I could do is I could, just, whatever family is inside of what. I haven't figured it out yet. Just do it color coded and just, yeah, somehow some kind of color coding thing. Take advantage of my fonts uh, for the letters as well as characters as well as for the borders. I don't even want to try to figure it out right now, but um, um, but yeah, so I can just like I got all of the canines already, all the elephants. Before I was ranting to do other things, but if I've been there, I'll see. So then I just go into other ones, like I'm doing dinosaurs now, pre-dinosaurs. I think I may have done bears, but I don't know. So just dipping into different groups, and then just whatever's blue, go and grab it, go to the Wikipedia, copy it, the basic thing, its name, its age. That might sound like it's just prohibitively huge because if you get every single thing that ever existed that's on Wikipedia, natural world and animal world and plant world and everything, that you would fill up your timeline so big that it would be unwieldy. But you have to take into account I've got like 620 pages on my timeline. You're spreading this stuff out over lots of different pages. I mean, I'll probably each page will be like 100 pages, 100 times 600. I mean, I'll have like thousands and thousands of text. That's why it's taken me years. But that's why I want to collect every single thing that I can get on Wikipedia and paste it on the Wikipedia before I even organize it, just so I can get an idea of how big history is, and then it'll help me give an idea of how to organize it, and then when I organize it all, it'll go quicker. So I do think I'm going to end up utilizing my organization of where I divide my timeline in all the different time dimensions. I divide the timeline into all the different categories that I make, and each time dimension is a different category, like 30 million years back, that's when all of the mammals developed. So you'd have like, three different kinds of placental mammals, and each placental mammal would be its own group, like a country on its own little column across. But it'll fill up the whole eye frame. That's one yardstick just to decide how I'm going to organize my timeline is if something's big enough to take up the entire screen, then it's big enough to have its own group. And so I'll just get an idea that way when I'm done copying, pasting. But, maybe that'll be a time for me to bounce and move on to something else on my timeline, like finish the historical books. That was dang close to being finished. The problem is with my timeline is there's so many different projects that I'm not that far away from finishing, like maybe a month more, and I could finish it, if not make it look finished. The philosophical writers is like that. I could probably get all the books up on my website within a month. By Greaser Levels, I could finish that one in a month, get it looking really good. I'd really like to do that one because that'll make it so that on the drop of a hat, I could start exercising again without feeling like I have to like frantically finish something for one more month. So, like a part of me is happy about coronavirus because it keeps me inside. No, I don't have to. I don't have money to do any of that stuff. I'm probably not even gonna have money to pay off my bike. I'm gonna have to go through a year period of paying rent on that, 30% interest. But it'll keep me in my room, and I need at least the rest of the year to get my website looking under control. Another 3 weeks, I can Google Earth, Rome, all this stuff. Anyways, enough talking, almost 10 minutes. I'll be doing the same thing tomorrow, just blah, 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 from Wikipedia. See ya.